Smart. I think when you're dealing particularly outdoors is always better than indoors, but even when you have such a congregate setting of people close together, first you should be vaccinated. And when you do have congregate settings, particularly indoors, you should be wearing a mask.
All right. Joining us now is Ted Harvey, chairman on the Committee to Defeat the President, Andrea Kaye, host of The Andrea Kaye Show, and Erin Elmore, attorney at Turning Point USA contributor as well, and Turning Point USA contributor. Thank you all for coming on here. This is, if you guys have been playing this game since day one, and I make light of that though, Erin, we used to not have to wear a mask outdoors. Now all of a sudden you should be wearing masks outdoors. It really is hard to keep up at this point. You just got to go to sleep with one, you got to swim with one, you got to bathe with one. I don't know what's right.
Well, flip-flop Fauci has made it so that everyone just doesn't know what the rules are. They're ever evolving based on the political climate. And I watched all of these videos of these young people at the football games, enjoying themselves, relishing in being outside, being together. And also, they are sending a message to Anthony Fauci. We are done listening to you. We are the United States of America. We have freedom. We want to enjoy our lives. Moreover, the New England Journal of Medicine just reported that currently the vaccine is operating at about 65%. What does that tell you? Enough is enough. I think these young people should go watch their Hokies and their Florida States and their Wisconsin Badgers and live their lives. Yes, if you're older or compromised, stay home. But we have to go back to life as normal Americans, doing what's best for ourselves when we're young, healthy, and excited to be in college.
Ted Harvey, can I remind everyone here, and something that I'm sure this panelist knows, of the summer riots that were outdoors and maskless with people topped and packed on top of each other in several areas. I'm talking tens of thousands. This wasn't a small number. Andrea Kaye, Erin Elmore, they are our panelists for this hour. Stick around, more to cover. Still ahead, our need a COVID shot, at least at this campus here. According to a student from Rutgers University in New Jersey, he's been barred from taking classes online. Won't pay for everything that the administration is promising. So should Biden focus on cutting spending instead? Well, let's ask our panelists, Ted Harvey, Andrea Kaye, Erin Elmore, back with us as well. Erin, I'll start with you on this. The question here, the more our government spends, the worse inflation gets. The more you are going to spend on the things you need, even if we are trying to help people by spending, sometime, as we know, like if you get a car loan, at some point that bill is going to eventually be due and you're going to have to pay it. The big question is Biden mortgaging our nation's future?
Biden is destroying our future, and it's really sad to watch. But you're absolutely right. And we're already feeling this pain at the pump. And that may not affect the wealthiest Americans, but it's really affecting those Americans that are driving to work every day, that are fighting our wars and paying our taxes and perhaps living paycheck to paycheck. They feel this pain at the pump as we print more money, as you're showing on the screen. When they go to the grocery store and they have sticker shock how much a loaf of bread and a carton of milk costs. These are real problems for everyday Americans, and this is what it looks like to live in Joe Biden's America. You can't just print money and think that's going to rectify the problems. And what it truly looks like this administration is doing, it's paying for a vote. Hey, if we just keep giving you more free things, you're going to vote for us. And if people are out of work, they don't realize that there is a job market out there and they're just passive consumers not contributing to the workplace and to the economy. The problem just multiplies and multiplies. And then when it's time to vote and people on the right say, hey, we're going to stop this spending, those people are stuck. It's a circular problem. The Democrats don't want to do anything other than buy your vote, tax us into oblivion, and destroy the United States of America. We need to really pay attention to the midterms and elect people with conservative values that don't want to print money.
The president is scheduled to speak at any moment. If he makes his way to the podium, we'll be monitoring that for you. Meanwhile, Ted Harvey, back to you on this.
He's going back to work. Jobs are unemployment is increasing.
Votes there in California. Erin Elmore, we got you back. Hi, Erin. We're just catching up on Gavin Newsom. That old recall effort in California, you may have heard about it. But it's showing right now that 52% want to keep Newsom in office, according to a Trafalgar poll. Do you see that happening? Your thoughts on the fate of Gavin Newsom as we approach the folks heading to the poll next week?
I think the biggest issue will be one of election integrity. So hopefully, let's hope for the best in that regard. But the people I speak to, the boots on the ground, if you will, are the mothers and the fathers who have seen that their children don't feel safe because the homeless crisis is completely out of control in California. People are going in stores and stealing things up to $1,000 because it's been decriminalized. There are homeless people on drugs, on the streets, scaring people's children. This governor wants to keep our children in California in masks and out of school as he dines at the French Laundry, spending thousands of dollars per plate. So I think that these parents are really fed up with the hypocrisy. I think the people that are trying to run restaurants, that he's just hindering them, are completely fed up with hypocrisy. I think there is a movement in California that hopefully will speak for the rest of the nation, and Gavin Newsom will get his walking papers, and we can have our new face of white supremacy, Larry Elder, as the governor of California.
Well, I'm sure Larry hopes the same thing. Andrea Kaye, you can have the final word on this. Was it the photographs at French Laundry without the mask when you couldn't dine indoors and you had to wear a mask? He was dining indoors. He was wearing a mask. He even had to publicly apologize, which I don't even remember seeing a governor have to do in years. Was that the killer blow?
It was, and not just because of the hypocrisy that he was there at French Laundry, but it was who he was seated with.
Things California coming up in just a bit. All right, that's our panelists. That's our time. Ted Harvey, Andrea Kaye, Erin Elmore. Thank you so much. Good to see all three. I appreciate that.